What do you think? Is this a runway? You gave me this last year, and I've looked so stylish going through the airports with my AIM Global identification card and my travel bag. So thank you. Thank you very much. Salamat po. Thank you for this. I've used it for months now, and it's just a lovely, lovely bag to carry my computer, my things in. And I thought, I really ought to be providing a gift for you because this is your 8th anniversary. And, what would an anniversary be like without an anniversary gift, right? So, traditionally, the 8th anniversary is a bronze anniversary, right? This is your bronze anniversary. So I wanted to bring you something bronze. And I brought you this bronze lantern, carried it all the way from Utah, took a whole bag to do it in, and I wanted it to represent something during my presentation. I wanted it to represent, the success that you've had, but to also have a light put in it. And the light should be, the health, the well-being, the protection that comes from such wonderful products like Complete and C24/7 and the Kitty 24/7 and Restore Life and Cola Deuce and Slim and Trim. Those are the light of health, the light of wealth, the light of well-being. And of course, the lantern would represent then AIM Global, the vehicle in which the light is carried throughout the entire world. Can you see that over there? So AIM Global is that vehicle. It is the case. It is the way that we get this light of well-being throughout the world. Now, so what would this represent? The ring at the top. Well, that's the knowledge that you and I grasp in these training events. That's how we carry this light to all the people we love throughout the world. This represents the knowledge that we can gain from these particular training events to carry this light of health to all the world. And so I'm going to be asking you questions throughout this presentation. I'm going to be asking you to think about your responses. And if you have a response for me, just raise your hand. I'll come out and find your response and give you a token of the ring, same ring that's in the top of the lantern, that you can grasp that knowledge that you will carry the light. And each one of the rings have a little light. There's a little light in this one. I've got some others that have a little brighter light and flashy light and other lights. You probably can't see them from back there. But they've all got their own little light and a ring on them. So that'll be your token, if you have the answer for me, to give and be able to provide that as the knowledge that we're going to be learning about these products. So let's go ahead and start grasping that knowledge. I particularly like this particular style because it reminds me of the AIM Global Target and the theme that we have for this first presentation. Aim for complete nutrition. Always be moving in the direction of more amplified nutrition, more complete. Always be moving towards a larger spectrum of nutrients to incorporate into your diet. And that's the theme for this first presentation, is to aim for complete nutrition. Now, just a little backstory on Complete and on C24/7, its origins. We first had code names when I was the director of product development. We put code names on all of our projects, lest the competition find out what we're up to. We'd always talk different things like fruits and berries, and international beers was one of the lists of code names that we had. And we were into the tree names. And so this project was Project Magnolia. The Project Magnolia became C24/7, became Complete. And the marketers came and said, why do we need to build a better multivitamin? Why? Because, well, vitamin sales have been increasing 6% year over year over year over year. In fact, this was again re-emphasized in the Wall Street Journal just this last December, that worldwide vitamin sales continue to grow at about 6% year over year over year. People are getting the message, worldwide, the message that they need to be able to have complete nutrition, to aim for the very best of nutrients into their diet. In the U.S., the formulation that is the Complete Phyto-Energizer has been growing at triple that rate. So it's 6% globally. In the U.S., this formulation has been growing at 18%. So you can see that the message is coming through loud and clear that a whole food multivitamin is really more complete than any of the other competing brands. So let's aim for complete nutrition. And what would be the thing that we would want? Well, let me ask you this. What is the rate at which the Complete Phytomedicine, Phyto-Energizer, and the C24/7 and all multivitamins have been growing worldwide? What's the rate at which they've been growing? Raise your hand if you remember and know that response. We have? What's the rate at which they're growing each and every year? Year over year over year. This has been decades of this kind of growth. Raise your hand. All right. We got a hand raised right here. How much? 6%. That's exactly right. You have our first grasp of the lantern handle with a light. Now, there was a second reason that marketing came to me and said, we need a better multivitamin. And I said, a multivitamin? There's lots of multivitamins out there. What we want is a Botanimin. And they said, what? And I said, a Botanimin. A multivitamin made of many different botanical ingredients. Plants. I love plants. If you're going to ask me, a master herbalist, to make you a multivitamin, it's going to be a Botanimin. Something that's made up entirely of lots of different plants where the nutrients are coming from that whole food. And they said, okay, fine. Go off and do your little magic, but make sure it's going to provide energy. Because that's the number one reason people are taking multivitamins, is for energy. It still is in the top 3, but back in 2000, it was the number one reason people were taking multivitamin supplements, was for energy. So they said, let's make sure we get guarana in there, some coffee bean, some cacao, theobromine-rich chocolate things and extracts, some yohimbe. Let's get these things that have lots of alkaloids and caffeine so that we can boost people's energy. And I said, what? This is something you're going to ask people to take daily to be able to give them long-term energy. There's an energy crisis, and they're not going to need just some short response to caffeine. They're going to want something that will sustain them each and every day, move them towards better health. We're not going to go the route that most people take for energy. Energy drinks, coffee, huge. Fastest growing sector in the food industry are these energy drinks. But I told the marketers that asked me to help formulate this, you know, we have so much energy that we expend each and every day. 10% of it is used just to digest our food, just to break that food down and begin to bring those parts of the nutrients into our bloodstream, into our body. 10% is used to absorb and metabolize food. 15 to 30% is spent in physical activity. That's this movement. That's going through the airport. That's carrying a lantern to the people throughout the world. 15 to 30% is physical energy. And so it's important to have the B vitamins and minerals and green foods that boost adenosine triphosphate. That's another long term. We've heard a lot of long terms today. Very well done, Dr. Maria, Dr. Bush. I appreciate your presentations. But ATP is the first of my long terms. Adenosine triphosphate. That's that ultimate fuel that gets into each and every cell from that spark plug, the mitochondria. So you want to have good nutrition and the good basic components, the complex B vitamins and green foods, to be able to convert your foods into adenosine triphosphate, or ATP. But look at the biggest piece of this pie. I mean, 10% is in the red. That's absorption and digestion. And then there's another chunk in there that's the physical movement of heart beating and muscles moving, 15 to 30%. But a huge part of that pie, 60 to 75%, is in cell growth and repair. The working of the cell that's working inside those lungs, brain, liver, and heart. Each of those cells working and being repaired and being protected and regrowing and replacing worn out cells, that takes up 60 to 75% of your total energy expenditure. So I told the marketers, rather than just jack up with some caffeine, rather than just have that short-term response that doesn't provide any extra energy, by the way. You may get some energy out of the sugar that's in there, at least some crude fuel. But the caffeine and those energizing, stimulating alkaloids are basically redirecting the energy away from digestion, away from immune health, away from being able to grow and repair cells towards muscle activity. It diverts energy away from these other quadrants and puts it into muscle, physical activity, so that you can stay alert and stay awake. There's a place for them when you're driving long distances and need to stay awake. There might be a place for that short-term redirection of energy, but no real contribution, certainly nothing to sustain that energy like diverse nutrients and antioxidants will provide. If we can protect your cells, in the first place, if we can prevent their rapid aging, their oxidization, if we can get them to be healthier longer, then look at the energy reserves that you can reclaim each and every day. 60 to 75% of energy expenditure just in cell growth and repair. Let's protect those with this diversity, that complete nutrition that we're all aiming for, so that we can prevent that ROS, reactive oxygen species. So you have a choice: temporary alertness with stimulants or sustained energy from the nutrition and exercise and rest that we all need. Supplements and multivitamins, the picture, the message is really going out globally. And of course, it is that supplements can fill that nutritional void. That if we have that complete nourishment, that along with exercise and rest can help us to really overcome the problems that are associated with not enough energy in our lives. So, how much energy is used for growth and repair of the cells? Oh, I didn't see any hand. I just heard. I'm just hearing that kind of stuff. Right here. Oh, my mic's. How much? Yes. 60 to 75% in cell growth and repair. Yes, but I didn't call on her. I didn't even know who it was that was shouting that. I'm sorry. But I will come all the way down there on the next time. Yes. Or down there. Yes. But you hear a lot, even though the message is out there and the marketers finally accepted it, and they didn't make me keep putting in stimulants, and we put in all the botanicals that we could think of to help sustain energy and provide that protection. But there is a counter message going out. I don't know if you've been exposed to it. If you watch CNN or read the annals of medicine or some of the editorials that have been out there of late, there's a real back push to reject multivitamin use, to encourage people not to supplement their diets. And this one was just the latest assaults on our ability to add to a person's, fill in their gaps, to bring nourishment to bear to their good health, to bring the light to them. This has been the backlash, that it is a waste of money. That medical journals are saying, why are we wasting our money when so many things are proving, in their editorial opinion, proving that multivitamin use is a waste of money? Well, this back in July 2009, experts agree that the best way to get the nutrients we need is through food. Getting your micronutrients through diet requires planning, patience, and knowledge. And a lot of people don't have the time to come in and sit and learn and train and be able to grasp that lantern by the right ring and take it out to the world. And so they don't know exactly how best to nourish and fill in those nutritional gaps. Maybe what counts is the synergistic interactions of these nutrients, which might also help explain why trials of single nutrients often don't pan out. So we have to make sure that we all understand that the light we're carrying through AIM Global, that the light we're carrying is a whole food supplement, rich and diverse in nutrients. It's not a single multivitamin. It's not a single B vitamin. It's not just vitamin D. It's not just vitamin K. It's not just a calcium or a selenium or any single mineral. You are providing a whole food, energizing, complete phytoenergizer, complete 24/7 protection. You would be in alignment with these experts who agree, and we agree with them, that it is best to get these nutrients through a complete nutrition, through foods. The World Health Organization has identified a global shift in diet towards increased intake of energy-dense foods, the ones that have lots of sugar, lots of fat. Those are energy-dense foods. But they are low at the same time because they have so much sugar, so much fat in them. They're low in vitamins, low in minerals, and other micronutrients. In general, the groups then that can be helped by a vitamin and mineral supplement, according to this research dietitian and licensed dietitian that published on WebMed, was in general, the following groups can be helped by vitamin and mineral supplementation. Now, you can read those while I'm taking a sip of water. So there's still a lot of science that's saying supplementation is important during pregnancy. Supplementation is important for persons who are vegan or vegetarian, not getting the meat sources of some of the B vitamins. Anyone on a low or calorie-restricted diet, whether that's for medical reasons or for dieting, certain disease states, including history of cancer, people who suffer from food allergies or food intolerances. In general, the picky eaters who limit food groups or have limited variety within food groups. And anyone with a poor diet. Now, I don't know if they listen to themselves, these scientists that are out there naysaying multivitamins. I don't know if they're listening to themselves. We have such a shallow understanding of vitamins and minerals. We started calling them by letters, not knowing what they really were. Vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C. We designated and gave them a classification of a letter. And then some of them started thinking, well, there's some problems with these individual vitamins, so you don't need them. They're a waste of money. But they're always learning but not coming to a realization of the wisdom that nature has put into these whole foods, these superfoods, these great complete nutrients that we have in the C24/7 and complete. We all basically don't have the best diet. And so many of us have such a poor diet that we really should be continuing to bring this light to people's lives. So let's aim for complete nutrition. Who needs to take a complete Vitamin? Who needs to take a complete multivitamin? Think of someone. What type of person would need to have a complete vitamin still in their life? Who?
Pregnant women.
Pregnant women. Very good. You have a grasp of that knowledge. Is one of those. Pregnant women, disease states, persons with history of cancer, persons on restricted diet. These are the things, these are the people that need that. I thought I'd take a mic out, but I think everybody can hear over the... I know I can hear myself 4 and 5 times reverberating on this wireless headset. So how many nutrients are we talking about? Anyone whose diet lacks the 40-plus nutrients needed for good health may benefit from vitamin and mineral supplements. I read that and went, 40? 40-plus nutrients? And yet the same scientific bodies recognize that a balanced diet offers a mixture of vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients, some yet to be identified. At least they're acknowledging that we don't know how many nutrients it takes to build a healthy body. We don't even know how many nutrients are yet to be found in the diet that we have. The fruits, the vegetables, the mushrooms, the green foods. We don't know. Right now, currently, and you can go to the USDA and look at these. An orange, right now we're counting about 300 different nutrients. And I'll hyperlink to this. Look at those. We ran out of letters a long time ago. I don't recall what they called vitamin X, Y, and Z. But look at these names now. Arabin, arginine, ascorbic acid, beta-cubabine, betaine, cadmium, caprylic acid, capriolytic acid, carbohydrates. There we're now into the first 100. There's going into about 200. And nonylal and polypropionic acid and quinic acid. And we're up to about 300 known nutrients that are in just an orange. 40 plus when there's 300 different compounds, different nutrients that carrots are providing for us, that oranges are providing. Carrots is 350 currently, and have we recognized them all yet? No, of course not. There might be triple that number of nutrients in carrots. This one has a list of also some of the actives that have been reported from each of these nutrients. Alpha-pinene, anti-flu, anti-inflammatory, cancer preventative, antiviral. Did you know you were getting some alpha-pinene